3 things the Overwatch community can't accept, Part 4. Number 3. The Overwatch community is never happy. Blizzard could answer all of your...
Every gaming community will never be happy because there's always things that can be improved upon. That's not a bad thing. It's always good to strive for better. I don't want to say strive for greatness. I'm not trying to sound like some LeBron stuff, but striving for a better game all the time is not a bad thing. There's a difference, though, between whining and, like, basically telling, you know, like, this is the worst game ever of all time because, I don't know, something got delayed by 2 hours versus we've had the same meta for 6 months. There has to be an ideology of what is too much and what is too little, you know? So.
3 things the Overwatch community can't accept. Part 4. Number 3. The Overwatch community is never happy. Blizzard could answer all of your prayers and problems and you would still find something to complain about. Number 2.
Of course.
OWL is boring as hell and just not fun to watch. Number 1.
Actually, low-key true.
Shop prices have gotten a lot better. 3 things the Overwatch community better.
How have they gotten a lot better, though? I don't know how they've gotten any better. I don't think the last one, they haven't really gotten any better. I've made videos on this. I'm not trying to go into it again today, but they prey on a lot of different things. What they need to do is have more free-to-play systems, or sorry, free-to-earn systems, because there's not any really free-to-earn systems. So, yeah, I'll put that one.
I lied.
Yeah, you saw that correctly.
I lied.
Yeah, you saw that correctly. I just hit a shatter off of a car in an Overwatch 2 Top 500 lobby, and I'm here to show you how you can do the exact same thing.
I saw this tech.
So the first step is, you want to find a car. Then you're going to pin, and once you cancel your pin, you're going to hold down the spacebar and press Q to get a big slam. Think you've got it down? Now try getting creative with it and see what you can do. Good luck, fellow Reinhardt players.
Oh, damn, that was actually sick. Derby's pretty good. That was actually kind of sick. I saw Cloudy put that out like on Twitter or something like a couple weeks ago. That was actually really cool. All right, next.
You know Lucio's like one of the best healers in game, right? It's very common since he can heal multiple people at once.
Did she just woman-splain Lucio to me? Because I'll tell you what, she's wrong. She's extremely wrong. In terms of healing, Lucio's one of the worst. He only puts up high numbers of healing because, like she said, she's healing multiple people consistently. So whenever I request, hey, let me switch off the Lucio, we're not getting enough heals here. Don't come at me with your, but I have 5k heals. Cool. I'm still dying.
I feel like there's a much better way to deliver this. It's kind of a
and new players need to understand that it's not about the numbers. It's about the impact you have while you're playing each character. But in fairness, in terms of healing, you shouldn't be going to your Lucio as your first option. It should.
I feel like there's a better way to get your point across than being kind of cringy with it. I don't know. Like, yeah, are they wrong that Lucio doesn't do a lot of healing? Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Can people stop complaining about Hog?
No.
If you die to a Hog consistently and your team is losing because there's a Hog on the enemy team, you're just bad at the game.
I guess I'm pretty bad at the game.
And you need to admit it. Like, play an Ana, character's dead, useless, gone, don't even have to think about it. Play a D.Va, also useless, you can just eat the damage that he hooks people from. You just react to that.
Yeah, but then you have to play D.Va, and D.Va's not that good. So your entire... Well, you just play Orisa then. So basically your whole job is to just keep the Hog from killing things. Imagine that. You have to pick a character, and your only job the whole game is to make sure they don't get value. That's annoying.
Like,
you actually don't get to do anything else but make sure they don't get to have a good time.
Sleep him, purple him so he can't and heal. Like, it literally...
Can I introduce you to Kiriko?
Literally denies his whole fucking kit. Like, you can do so many things to just make that character useless to play. That, like, if you think a Hog on the enemy team, you have to do things or you just, like, lose the game.
No, that's actually the good part, is you don't actually have to do anything on Hog. You can actually basically AFK on the objective or the cart and just sit there and never stop healing, And you can actually get value out of that. You could actually not hit any hooks, but genuinely off of your survivability, because you have the threat of having a hook and the threat of having a one-shot, you can actually win games by just being legitimately a terrible player. I've done it.
Ridiculous to me. You don't even really have to change your gameplay at all to counter a hog either. Like, you could just play into him and still win. Like, I don't get it. You just literally need to get good. Oh, and I forgot one thing too. People need to learn how to bait hooks. You can bait hooks. That's a thing you can do. And then just kill him. Bait the hook. Boom.
Just bait the hook and kill him. Lol. Just bait the hook.
Kill him. You can do it with literally any squishy character. He will try and hook you.
Just
know where he is. If he sees you,
bait the hook.
Bait the hook.
Just bait the hook.
It's literally that simple.
Just bait the... I can't even take it serious. I actually can't even take it seriously. I literally can't take it seriously. Like, it's not... It is legitimately a joke. I can't do it.
You guys complain about Moira's range. That's 20 meters. You know, it's a little bit far. And yet Zenyatta's Discord is 40 meters. And it's like, dude, you don't have to look at them. Like, bro, what is that, dude? Really?
But you're right, though. Discord actually is... Discord's next up on the chopping block. Discord actually is inherently non-healthy because in Overwatch 1, Discord made sense because of how many tanks you had. It creates focus fire. But in Overwatch 2, with only one tank, 95% of the time it's actually best to just leave it on the tank, and then everyone shoots at the tank because you're trying to take space, and it ends up doing 25% more damage, and you break the breakpoint numbers. The reason why Zen hasn't been touched yet is because support is struggling, and the devs themselves actually said on my stream, said that they don't want to make support any weaker because it's struggling at the moment. They need to make some changes and they need to fix it. And that's the next focus that they have right now. But in the future, once support has been more stabilized and actually has a better role, that is actually something that next needs to go, because it's a damage amp, not on a single target, but it's a bunch of targets onto one singular target. It makes the tank role unfun to play, and it actually makes playing against Zenyatta one of the most miserable experiences you can have in Overwatch. And it's almost impossible to balance around because it breaks every breakpoint in the game. All of the breakpoints in the game get destroyed by a damage amp like that. That's why everyone right now is talking about whether Mercy amp is good or not, because Sojourn's running around the game and destroying. But the problem isn't Mercy. The problem is Sojourn, because we learned this with Ashe. Ashe in Overwatch 1 had the ability to one-shot headshot with damage amp, and what they realized is if they changed it to like 195 or 190, it was actually way better. And then Ashe all of a sudden wasn't as oppressive anymore. Sojourn hasn't had that treatment yet. We'll get there. But someday, though, we need to have the conversation about actually Zen's Discord is no longer healthy because of the state the game plays in the way that the tank role interacts with the rest of the game. You can't have that anymore. So I don't think obviously it can't be touched right now, but in the future, Discord needs to be talked about.
No cooldown whatsoever, and the person with Discord on them takes 30% more damage.
It's not, isn't it 25?
From literally anything.
It's 25.
And
not 30%
I'm not even
anymore.
saying that Zenyatta is even like a particularly good character. That's just f***ing disgusting, though.
It used to be 30, but it's 25 now.
As long as you are in line of sight
30
of
is,
Zenyatta,
yeah, Mercy's 30.
You take 30% more damage from literally anything. That ability is locked onto you, and it has no...
that's no, they're spitting right now. This is true, because so the reason why Mercy's isn't as egregious as Discord is because Mercy, you can always calculate even with a damage boost, right? With a damage boost, until you lose LOS on Zen, if you are playing tank, there are very few times where you actually can go LOS for 2 seconds and then come back. Because if you do that, you give up a lot of space. You lose the fight, you lose control, you lose the things that actually will keep you from winning. If you just, like the last one, lol, just walk away, just LOS, you will end up losing fights 99% of the time because you're just trying to get it off of you. Guess what? Then you walk back out and it goes right back on you. There's no cooldown. It's a second. So you have to LOS for 2 seconds, wait till it comes off, and then go back in and just gets immediately placed back on you. The only exceptions are characters like Ryan and Sigma, where you can put the shield up in front of it and then they can't discord you right away, but then you have a shield anyway, so it's a little bit different. Mercy, you can always kind of calculate damage break numbers with the Mercy Pocket. You can't do that with Zen.
Cooldown. So there is not a single risk to the Zenyatta. Discord is a disgusting ability. Also, there's like no counterplay whatsoever. I mean, like, sure, there's cleansing.
Keep crying, Zen won't be nerves watch. Yo, if you're gonna try to insult me, can you at least make like coherent sentences? What the f is nerves watch?
Abilities in the game for yourself and your teammates, but those all have cooldowns. Zenyatta's has no cooldown. You can get out of line of sight. You can cleanse the Discord. He's just gonna put it back on.
Why doesn't a Zen Discord shut down a Hog then? It actually does. Like, that's why Zen is actually low-key a sleeper pick in high elo play. Like, Seagull played last season when he was playing support. He actually picked Zen most of the time because against Hog, you just put the Discord on the Hog and then your Sojourn basically eats him for lunch. Yeah, Hog is still annoying to play against and he still gets one-shots, but he was actually more manageable to deal with. So, yes, actually, Discord is actually good for that.
There is not a single risk for the Zenyatta. Once again, Zenyatta, not even particularly good character. Doesn't mean that the ability is healthy for the game whatsoever.
Bingo.
And you'll probably say, oh, well, the skill is you have target prioritization. You have to choose which person gets the
No, you just put it on the tank now.
Doesn't matter. You still have an advantage. There is still at least one person on the enemy team that takes 30% more damage. My final time saying this. Zenyatta, not even a broken character. But Discord is a stupid ability. Okay? So either make Discord a risk to reward ability or rework the character. That's all I'm saying.
I think reworking is a little bit drastic, but Discord or in the future will definitely need to be addressed.
Roadhog does not need a nerf. Roadhog does.
My guy's playing Zarya at full charge. Gets 2 nice kills, don't get me wrong. And the DPS weren't shooting him and they didn't combo him together and force out bubbles and kill him. And now all of a sudden Hog's not strong. I hate these. These are annoying me so much because they're like not even relevant. You're showing one niche clip of a bad interaction where their Hog didn't one-shot you. The Hog shouldn't be looking to hook you anyways. You're a tank. Like, if Hog's looking for maximum value, he's walking by you and looking for your supports and stuff like you're doing to his DPS. If their DPS are smart, they're sitting a little bit further back, not getting near the really charged angry bee that's running around at full charge. And then he's walking towards your time and looking for kills. Like, I just can't. You're fully charged with a pocket, Ana, and Kiriko gets a tank with no heals, and your conclusion, he doesn't need to be needed. Dryer Lint 5. You know what, actually, dude, TikTok comments have picked up recently. They've started to become, like, somewhat better. And they're somewhat more intelligent. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Are we going down this realm where people kind of understand what's happening? Or am I getting stuff catered to me that, you know, like, would be relevant and so they kind of know things? They're learning. They're learning.